Hello, my name is Delux, and I am here doing an interview with a person who claims to be a targeted individual. Some of the questions that linger in many people's minds are what happens to targeted individuals while they're asleep. Do strange things happen? Do they understand what's happening? Do they wake up and know something has happened? Or do they continue to not believe that anything has happened, although they feel that something has went wrong? As I speak to this targeted individual, I want her to take us back to some of the things that maybe she can remember. What are some of the things that you remember that come into your mind as being a targeted individual? When you sleep or when you awake, what are some of the emotions that you go through? Take us through what you may remember. One time I remember waking up and my stomach was hurting and there was blood all over my bed. I thought I was on my menstrual, but I wasn't. I was aching all day, and I tried to figure out what was going on, what happened to me that night. I felt very vulnerable and scared. I felt very anxious, and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't rest. I was nervous. I felt that somebody had violated me, and I had no clue who or why something like this could happen and how it could happen in my sleep as I lay there, probably dreaming of something wonderful going on. And here I am being a victim of sexual assault and battery while I'm asleep. I don't know why these gang stalkers do this. I also remember going back to my bed, ripping off the covers and being very upset and trying to figure out what was going on. I remember taking off the pillowcases and I put it to my face and I smelled this smell, a strong smell, a masculine smell, a fresh and unique smell, a smell that I have never smelled before. And so with that smell, I continued to remember that smell in my mind because I told myself, if ever I smell that particular smell again, that would be the person who had raped me. Targeted individuals, we get raped, we get molested, we get tortured. This is what you have to remember. Now, if this smell was to linger in your path, or you go into a grocery store and you happen to smell this smell, what do you think you would do? How do you think you would react? Would it be an anger issue, or would you just acknowledge that you know that smell? Well, speaking from what I remember a couple of times I smelled that smell, a fragrance of strong masculinity. And at this point, I was still very nervous and didn't know exactly what to do. So I took pictures, a lot of pictures of movements of people in the area where I noticed the smell. So that way, as I went home, I looked at pictures and I enlarged them. And I kind of kept a mental note of whom I saw around the area of the certain smell. It's very important that I think a lot of targeted individuals take good lesson on your surroundings and who's there, because 9 out of 10 times more than one gang stalker is in that area, and those more than one gang stalkers will follow you to different areas. So take mental note of who you see and what you smell, because those will get you on a better trail.